everyone, I'm Chester44 and welcome to this Let's Play of Neverwinter Nights 2, Mask of the Betrayer. Last episode, we happened to find, of all people, the Red Woman that has been haunting our dreams. Even though she doesn't quite have a name, we now know basically the entire story of everything that's been going on. So, just to sum up, Akachi was a priest of just to get the whole story together here, Akachi was a priest of Mirkwool who fell in love with a red mage of Thay. At some point, the mage passed away, and since she didn't believe in a god, she went to the Wall of the Faithless. Akachi, overcome with love, demanded his god set her free from the Wall of the Faithless so that she wouldn't, well, be completely obliterated into nothingness, and of course, Mirkwool said no. Akachi, still so overcome with love, and possibly also a bit of displeased at how the wall is kind of a bit of injustice, decided to mount a crusade against Mirkwool to tear down the wall. The crusade failed, obviously, and Mirkwool put Akachi into the wall itself, only to tear him out right at the end, right before he was, well, completely obliterated. The end result meant that Akachi was turned into the Spirit Eater, and the Spirit Eater curse, passing from person to person, consuming that person and any other souls that he finds, roaming the land, basically cursed with eternal hunger. I am the most recent one, and I am left here because, well, the Red Woman, who apparently did manage to get torn free from the wall, decided to take me in the hopes that I would be able to put the Spirit Eater, to put Akachi to rest. Right now, my soul is currently in the Wall of the Faithless, where Akachi's soul would have been. And the only way I can free myself of this curse is by tearing my own soul free of the Wall of the Faithless. Which means, it seems like the crusade is going to happen again. How are we going to do it? Well, that would be the door in the Dead God's vault, which can only be opened by the Sword of Gif. She recovered the sword that I had, as well as the rest of the pieces, repaired the sword, and now I currently have it. And I'm going to have to use it in order to get into the other realm, the realm of the dead, where I will face Kelemvor and try and get my soul free in a massive crusade. First, though, we must go back to Mulsantir. This is where our paths diverge, but there is more I intend to do. My reach isn't what it used to be, but there are still those who are bound to aid me. I will seek out their help and meet you in the city of the God of the Dead. Until our paths cross again, Travis Ignam. Okay. Oh, and look at that! A level up for Ganiev. Boom. Great charisma. Maybe I should just give that to him. Probably not a bad idea, I suppose. Practice spellcaster. Your caster level for the chosen spellcasting class. Okay. Increases by 4. What the hell? Give him that.
All in.
Alright, back to Mulsantir. We're back here. Well, let's go out of here for now. Oh no, wait, the portal is right here. I think we're probably going to rest in a little bit. step out into the main room and see if there's any information out here. I doubt it, though. Magda, do you have anything to say? No. Oh, but I forgot she has a shop, and we can sell all these other things. Which I am indeed selling. What is this? Brown Dragon Shield. What is it again? Oh, yeah, it's fine. Sell the gate, sell the silence, sell the flail, sell the tower shield, sell the scale mail, sell the eldritch charm. Alright. I want to see if any of these people have anything to say. Let's start with Ganiev.
This journey touches the dream in its intensity. Never have I felt the real world exert a stronger pull of events until I met you. Now it is the dream that pales when compared to the reality. Let us see how it plays out.
Okay, then. Anything else?
And how may I honor you?
Any questions we
Ask
have?
what
No,
you
let's
will.
continue on. Kaylin, you probably have much to say.
The more I travel with you, the more I learn from you, the more I am certain of my convictions. There was a time in the past where I felt I had the power to lead others in a righteous cause. Now I see what a true leader is capable of. I and my brothers and sisters bow to you. You have earned our loyalty, our devotion, and the bond that comes with it.
Bond?
Bond implies capture, I suppose, but that is not its strength. This bond will free you from other chains, and hopefully help you end your curse. Our philosophies and our desire to save others link us already. In traveling with you and seeing proof of your heart, I can channel my strength through that link to empower you. You may find greater calm in seeking wisdom and learning from the events around you, but it is not solely a meditative bond. When others seek to prevent you from acting, they will find they cannot.
I thank you, Kaylin, and I accept this devotion of the menagerie.
We pledge our devotion to you, and the link is now forged. Your quest is ours, and our power and strength shall be as yours. Even should I die, or we are split in battle, the menagerie shall remain devoted to you. So shall this bond be forever marked upon you. Together, let us act to end this curse of yours, and bring justice and mercy to the plains.
Okay, devotion of the menagerie. Alright. Which results in, let's see... +4 wisdom, +2 fortitude saves, and freedom of movement. Ooh, that is very nice. So, we have Barry King's Eternal Might, he got to 100. Kaylin got to 100. And Sophia got to 100. Ganiev is the only one who's not. He's only loyal at 62.
Your command?
Which is unfortunate. Like I said, he's always been difficult to get into.
Yes?
You know, that level. Merkul's words to you, they must have cut deep.
I am merely tired. It will pass. Do not trouble yourself.
Ilmater teaches that in suffering there is strength.
There are times that I have doubts. May Ilmater forgive my weakness. It grows harder to move along the path when there are so many obstacles. Blood stains our path. I have used Ilmater's powers in battle. It is difficult to reconcile.
Challenge and adversity grant strength, though it is difficult to see at times.
It seems to grant little comfort at times. And sometimes the world around us howls so loudly it is difficult to hear the call. Forgive me, I did not mean to bare my soul to you.
Bearing one's soul is part of healing. There is nothing to ask forgiveness for.
Merkel's words cut deeply. It pains me that my faith is weak enough to be assaulted by one such as he. But I thank you for your counsel. Your words have helped.
Alright. I guess she just needed to
I'm sorry.
vent a bit.
Thoughts consumed my attention.
Who? What thoughts?
The tale the founder spoke of. It is the second time I have heard of this crusade. I heard it from my grandfather on the slopes of Mount Celestia. He sought to dissuade me from my questions with the tale, but instead it did the opposite. He intended it to explain how the universe worked. Instead, it simply made me question the universe all the more, and look for a way to change it.
How?
Like Akachi, I believe the Wall of the Faithless is an injustice, archaic and evil. I led a second crusade to destroy it, but it failed before it even began. And I wonder if that was a bad thing, or if it was merely a delay until I met you. I have hope for our journey, and I have hope for what we may accomplish together.
Alright. Fair enough. Anything
Yes,
else?
how may I help?
No. Alright, that just leaves Sophia, who's wearing this stupid-looking
I had
crown.
no idea the founder was actually alive. And, well,
You?
in a manner of speaking, yes. She shaped me from a fragment of her own soul. When I saw her, it became so clear. Her voice reminded me of the voices I've been hearing since, well, as long as we can remember.
As long as we can remember?
Sorry, slip of the tongue. But the fact remains, there's this clarity in knowing, understanding the voices. My whole life I thought they were delusions, but it was actually the others lending me their warnings and wisdom, and sometimes their pain and nightmares.
You know, technically you're talking to yourself.
Yes, I guess I am talking to myself. It could be worse. I could, eat spirits.
Ooh, touche. I think we know who to thank for that particular curse.
Yes, the Founder's actions were pragmatic and questionable, and I thank you for sparing her life. You must hate her. You have little reason not to.
If I killed her, you would have turned on me. Yes, that's what the gamer would have said. What I'd actually be saying in this case is, I let her live for now, so that I can at least grant her the ability to see Akachi freed, but don't mistake this for forgiveness. If I encounter her again after this curse is done, I may kill her. That's what I'd say. She deserved to die, but I spared her for your sake.
She did deserve the full measure of your wrath, and I will always be grateful for your mercy. I must confess I feel a small measure of guilt in the matter. The person who wronged you is me, in some small way. She and I are still separate people with separate lives, yet it pains me to know that an echo of me could harm you so deeply. Now, let us end our prattle and continue onward.
Indeed. Thank you for this conversation.
If there's something I can do for you, just ask.
Nothing else there. Alright, one other person we need to talk to. And that is the little bear god. Oh. Huh. Before we do speak to the bear god, I just want to do one quick, simple little thing. Remain in the tub. Remain in the tub. Remain in the tub. Remain in the tub. God damn it. Still failed. Oh wait. Well done, Travis. You are the first to complete the advanced test. Wait, you mean none of you have ever done this before? Not successfully, no. Which makes your achievement all the more remarkable. Then I'm proud to be the first. I believe there was a prize. Here, take it with pride. You deserve nothing less. I'm not allowed to give you any of our special draughts, but this should make up for it. Your other things are in the chest by the tub. Thanks. And we have all of these things here. I just gotta put all of them back. What did I get, anyway? I have... Okay, that's my sword. Ring of Major Cold Resistance. Under the direction of Druxus Rim, these rings are created by the Red Wizards of Thay and are sold in their enclaves across the realms. Cheap and easy to make, this magical protection from certain elements is a huge source of profit for the enclaves. Cold Resistance 30. Not really worth it. Oh good, we still have all our things in here, so that actually helps a fair bit. I just need to put everything back. Give me a second while I gather everything together. Okay, finally got all that stuff back together and got through all of that. One more thing, though, that I think I might be able to accomplish now. And that's the exact reason why I took the Construct Girdle. My strength is now 33. Let's see if I can actually defeat Foravan now. Test your strength? Nope, not enough. Well, I tried. It just wasn't enough. Oh well. I guess I needed like 2 more. Which I don't think I can get in any way. So, let's leave here and run down and see, what's his name? You know who I'm talking about. Oku. See if he has anything to say about all this news. Should be simple enough to do. Alright. Oku, I wish to speak.
These grasses are soft.
Kalen, wait
Very
back
well.
there for a minute.
Good.
Of course, he advanced a few levels. He's a level 29 fighter, which is very good. He's got a lot of health. He would be a very good assistant, very good at fighting. Oh, no.
Your command?
So the gods of men unleashed this hunger upon Rashomon to punish one man? The two-legged gods have a twisted sense of justice. Or perhaps it's humor.
Merkul seemed to care
I
more for
hope that
irony.
when this curse is put to rest, whatever remains of Akachi can find peace.
Akachi's punishment far outweighed his crime. Merkul's actions are unforgivable.
I am inclined to agree with you, little one. When the punishment harms not just the criminal, but all the lands of Rashomon, it is no longer just. I grow restless. Let us continue. We are close to the end of our hunt.
Indeed. Anything else to say?
Yes, little one.
No, nothing else. Very well. Let us return. Out of Mullisentir. We'll get Kalen back. We'll rest so everyone can recover their spells. And then we'll make our way to the gate. We may end up fighting undead soon, so I'm not going to use Suppress. Alright. And we're going to go
You
with...
have returned. Do you wish to travel together? You will need...
Alright. Oku, go back.
As you
Very well.
We'll be going in there with Oku, with Ganiev, Sophia, and Kalen. Even though I'd like to have all of my companions, I feel like this is right. Kalen would love to be a part of this. I guess it might be the third crusade. She started up a second one. Ganiev, well, he's one in charge of spirits. He might be useful. And Sophia, well, she has to be there for it. She is part of the Red Woman. It only makes sense. I suppose I could take Oku instead of Ganiev, but as is, it kind of works as how it is. Let's just run around to the portal. We'll rest so that the portal comes out, and we'll make our way there. And as we do this, even though I'm probably going to end the episode once we're at the door, I do kind of want to discuss something. And that's basically the theme of this. Most games do tend to usually go through the idea of, well, good and evil. You're there to save the world and stop the evil that is going on. This story, if you've paid a bit of attention, you may have noticed it's actually not that. The story of Akachi the Betrayer, of everything going on here. I need to rest for night, for dusk. The story of Akachi the Betrayer, of the Crusade, of everything that's happened to us, it's not a story of good and evil. It's more a story of law and chaos. Think about it. The entire reason for all this... Wait, really? I never checked this unmarked grave? There's nothing in there. Okay. The entire story of Akachi the Betrayer, of tearing down the wall, which is effectively the entire purpose of all this, it's more a question of law and chaos. Think about it. Akachi went against the law of the gods, the will of the gods, the way that reality effectively works, the way everything is. He said, the way it is wrong. It should not be. Stop this. Oh, wow. Never grabbed that? Huh. And he basically, yeah. The gods are wrong. We should not follow the law, the will of the gods. And the law that is in place is wrong. And yet, it has the reason for being. The gods would argue that the reason for the wall is to make sure they can stay alive. After all, they work on faith. If people don't believe in them, they die. The Wall of the Faithless is effectively meant to terrify people into worshipping the gods, if for nothing else. If you do not worship us, if you do not feed us, then you will be obliterated into nothingness. At the same time, though, they say that if the gods don't exist, then the universe would not work. Without the gods, what is the universe? I'm not going to discuss whether our world is a world of gods or not, but either way, that's basically what this crusade is over. Law versus chaos. The law of the gods versus the chaos of justice. Something that's interesting. Just because something is part of the law doesn't mean it's right. I'll say right now, what Travis's entire goal here has been, he's not wanted to tear down the Wall of the Faithless, even though he is a Faithless. He would be destined for the Wall regardless. But he's not here to tear down the Wall. That's not his intent. His intent has basically been to remove the curse, to effectively stop other people from being harmed due to this curse, this injustice that was performed. Even if they did think it right, it's just, it shouldn't be like this. Not anymore. It's a complicated thing, and a very difficult and in-depth discussion. I don't know what you guys would think is the right thing to do. Should we try to tear down the Wall of the Faithless, or should we leave it be? Regardless, we're going to head through the gate in the next episode. This is the end point. There's nothing else here. Probably should have sold that ring, but it's no big deal. We have like 2 million gold. Next episode, we'll go through the wall, go through the gate, the Betrayer's Gate, and begin this new crusade. But that'll be in the next episode, so until then, I'm Chester44, that is Travis Ignam, Sophia, Ganiev, and Kaylin. This has been a Let's Play of Neverwinter Nights 2, Mask of the Betrayer, and I shall see you all next time.